Okay, agency owners, in this video I'm going to teach you how to hire appointment setters to book calls for your agency. My name is Adam and I run Apex Setting, an appointment setting agency, and what we do is we train, we hire, we manage appointment setters for health coaches, fitness coaches, some of the biggest coaches, some of the biggest influencers, and what we do is we train them, we hire them, and we train them to book hundreds of calls. We've booked hundreds of calls in the past, so we know exactly what we're doing, and I'm going to walk you through this short video to explain the things that have worked for us and the things that have helped me to help other coaches to scale. So the core idea is the more setters equals more conversations, equals more book calls, equals more sales every week. Setters are not just assistants. Okay, many people think they're just VAs. These are revenue multipliers because they're not just doing assisting little jobs, they're actually working as a technician, as a setter, but only if hired and trained correctly. Okay, we can see this is you and this is your appointment setters. All right. So step one is build a foundation. Before you even look for a setter, your agency must be ready. Okay, so number one is you need to make sure you have enough leads. A setter needs volume to work with. So a minimum of 20 to 30 new warm leads per day. From content, from ads or outreach, you need to make sure your setter has enough leads to work with. If you don't have consistent engagement or interest, hiring a setter won't do anything for you. You need to also define what a setter should actually do. Your setter's job is to start conversations, qualify prospects, handle objections, and book qualified calls. They're not there to close deals, they're not there to create content, they're not there to manage operations. They're there as a technician to simply start conversations, qualify, handle objections, and book calls. The next part is to create a documented system. So you must have scripts for openers, scripts for the setter, qualification flow. What do you say to qualify the person? How do you handle objections? How do you transition into the booking phase? And the reason you need to have this first before a setter does is because a setter isn't going to come into your business and give you the SOPs, give you the standard operating procedures. It's going to give you the systems. You have to give it to them because they're a technician, they're a worker. Many people make this mistake of hiring a freelance setter and expecting them to do all the work. It's not how it works. If it only works when you do it, it's not ready for a setter. It needs to be something that you can pass on to another person. Secure account access. Never share passwords. Use business manager access, inbox tools, or secure delegation systems so setters can work without seeing private information. Now, there's nothing currently on the market to allow secure access without seeing the password. The company, you or someone else or the setter has to see the password in some way. But us at Apex Setting, we figured a way out to allow setters to work as an appointment setter on your team without having to see any passwords. Step two is to hire the right setter. Okay. How to spot a good setter. They're able to explain their process clearly. A bad setter will say, okay, so we send them a nice friendly message and then we qualify them and then we book the call. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for someone who can give you specific wording, specific messages, exactly what they'll say. There needs to be someone who can speak confidently and like they've done it, and because they have done it many times before. And they must focus on qualification, not just chatting. Many people will say they're an appointment setter, but actually they're just VAs, okay? And we're not looking for VAs, we're looking for setters, okay? And a setter understands the qualification process in detail of what they need to actually ask specific to the niche. So if they're in the fitness niche, they'll be able to tell you, we need to ask what their goal is, why they want to achieve this goal. Is it a confidence issue? Is it an aesthetic thing? Are they just, have they got any upcoming events for this fitness goal, etc., to find out why they actually want to achieve it, and then if they can actually, if their goal meets with the program that we're offering, for example. But an inexperienced setter, a beginner, isn't going to be able to say that. Next is how to know if they're qualified. Ask for screenshots of book calls, metrics, live role play during interview. So you want to make sure that they have some photos of screenshots of book calls or something, some scripts. Also, you want to make sure they have metrics. Do they understand how many DMs they need to send? They don't understand what a reply rate should be. How many calls do they normally book a week? And also you want to play and do like a role play during the interview. Ask them questions. If they can't walk you from the first DM to the book call step by step, they're not experienced. Okay, so test their improvisation also. Give them real objections. Say to them, I can't afford it, or say to them, I can't afford it, I need to think, send me more information, and see how they respond, see what they say. If a good setter will be able to give you a good response, we're just testing them here. Step 3 is to train, manage, and scale with the setters. So hiring is step 1, management is what actually creates the scale. So how to train them, detailed. Give them a full script library. So what to say from A to Z, what to say if the conversation steers to the right, if it steers to the left, what to say, how to help them improvise. Give them everything they need in terms of scripts, because this is a technician we're working with. We're not working with an entrepreneur. Next is to walk them through ideal client profile. So allow them to understand exactly who your ideal client is. So what age they are, what they do for a living, what they want to achieve, their dreams, goals, etc. Allow the setter to understand fully who your ideal client is, so they know who to ignore and who to pursue. Show them real conversation examples. So don't just let them guess. Show them what's worked for your business before and let them emulate that. Also review first 50 conversations together. So I normally say the first 30 to 50 conversations that they have, you want to make sure you're reviewing them, seeing what they're doing wrong. Because before they do 500, you want to make sure the first 50 are good. And also weekly performance. Make sure you're keeping up with their weekly performance to see how they're performing. Okay, training is ongoing. I should probably highlight this. Training is ongoing. It's not a one-time thing. Many businesses and agencies provide training in the beginning, but it needs to be ongoing, weekly. Daily target should be around 150 DMs set, 10 to 20 new conversations, 2 to 5 book calls per day. Granted, this only makes sense if the script is correct and if the person knows how to improvise. Track the response rate, track the qualified leads, track the show-up rate. How to scale using the setter. So once one setter works, or how to scale using setters. Once one works, you can add another. You can split the lead pools. You can assign specialized roles, outbound, inbound to each one, and you can build a team with a team leader. Okay, build a setter team with a team leader. So for example, if you find one setter, you're going to be in charge of them. You're going to work with them for 3 to 4 months, 5 months. If they go good, they can then become the team leader and the manager of another setter, right? Or if you hire 2 more, that one can become the manager of them too, and then they just have to report to you. More structured conversations. And by the way, if you're wondering how we actually do this and a real way to do this, this is what we do in my business, and this is the kind of thing that we help with. Okay. So more structured conversations equals more predictable book calls. If you're just having a chat in the DM, it's not going to lead to anything. It needs to be a structure, as I mentioned. So the bigger picture, really, if your setter isn't producing, it's usually a lead problem, a system problem, or a management problem. If you fix those, your setters will become your growth engine. So if your setter isn't producing anything, it's either, don't blame the setter, right? Even someone with no experience can be trained on what to do. Okay, it's either a lead problem, you don't have enough leads. It's a system problem, so meaning your SOPs, your scripts, your system, that's shit. Or it's a management problem, meaning you don't know how to train the setter, you don't know how to keep them on target, you don't know how to manage them well enough, you don't know how to manage your business, you don't know how to manage the overall system. So if you can fix all these and have great management, a great system, and you have enough leads coming in every single day, then all you have to do is plug in the setter and then you can just work away. Okay, and if you need any more help, just come to us, Apex Setting. You can get in touch with us, send us an email, whatever you want to do. We help fitness coaches, health coaches, business coaches, sales coaches, equestrian coaches, and if you want any more help, just reach out and I'll talk with you very soon.